Welcome to Direct Supply. We've been manufacturing high-quality, durable medical equipment for over 20 years. Our Panacea brand of products are well known for their quality, comfort, and effectiveness. Now available in the home health space, we're excited to share our complete range of products with you. In this video, we'll be sharing some of the unique features of our products and what makes our Panacea products so popular. Today, we're going to talk about Panacea beds. We've got a full range of beds, everything from semi-electric home care beds to 5-function electric beds, all the way to bariatric beds with integrated scales. Let's start by talking about this Panacea Home Care Bed. As you can see, we use a slat style deck. This makes it really easy to clean, and second, we have a lot less damaged mattress covers than you do on those decks that have spring decks. This bed will ship in 2 pieces in 2 very manageable size boxes, both weighing less than 93 pounds. And we take extra consideration when shipping to make sure our end panels don't get damaged, so we wrap them in an extra fabric cover. This bed is available in 2 versions, both a semi-electric and a fully electric version. Let's take a look at what those versions look like. First, head up. Knee up. And if you choose to get the electric version, it would also have electric high-low operation. If you choose the semi-electric version, the head and knee sections would still be automated, but the high-low adjustability would be done via a crank. Both the Panacea semi-electric and fully electric home care beds are available with these half rails that can be raised or lowered toollessly. And removed without tools. The beds pair wonderfully with our Panacea Group 1 foam mattresses and are simple and effective for use in the home. Now let's take a look at the next bed. This is the Panacea 1000 Flex bed. This bed will ship as a complete frame in 1 piece, but you can break it apart into 2 pieces just by undoing some of these bolts to make it easier to maneuver in small spaces or in the home. This is a fully electric 3-function bed, and I'll take you through what those functions are now. Head up. Knee up. And of course, high-low adjustability. Now what makes this bed special is this extra button, and this is what we call auto contour. So what auto contour does is it actually moves the head and knee sections at the same time. And the benefit of that is when a patient's laying in bed and you just move their head deck up, they tend to slide. That can cause shear forces and actually result in skin tear or bruising, either on the surface level or underneath. If I use auto contour, I can move the head and knees at the same time, reducing the amount of slide that that patient experiences. Both the rails and the end panels on this bed can be added and removed without tools. As the name would suggest, this Panacea 1000 Flex bed is truly flexible. As it comes standard, it'll be 35 inches wide by 80 inches long, but I can add both a width and length kit to change those dimensions. The width kit will give you an option to bump it out to either 39 or 42 inches wide, and that kit looks like this. It would be 3 pieces on each side that just slide on and then connect with a pin. The length kit attaches similarly at the end that would bump it out to 84 inches long. This is the Panacea 1000 Flex bed. Let's take a look at the next bed. This is our Panacea 3500 bed. This is my favorite of the Panacea beds because it offers a great variety of flexibility and comfort options for our patient. This is actually a 5-function bed. So far we've looked at 3-function beds, which give us the ability to do head, knee, and high-low adjustments. This one adds Trendelenburg and reverse Trendelenburg operations, which really allow us to do a chair position, which is pretty cool. So let me take you through what that looks like. It's all built into one button, which is as easy as we can make it from a manufacturing standpoint and an end user standpoint. So by pressing and holding this button, you'll see it looks like auto contour where it moves the head and knees at the same time, but now we're actually angling the bed frame. So I'm running my high-low motors in opposite directions, all just by pressing and holding one button, and I can turn my bed into a chair position. This position is great for anyone who is going to be eating or watching TV in bed, or just spends a lot of time in bed and we need to move where that pressure sits. This chair position has some preset safety features built into it to keep our patient as safe as possible. I can move my head deck once I'm here because that's a comfort adjustment. I want to make sure my patient sits straight up. I can do that, and my hips and shoulders can be aligned. I can eat, I can drink, I can watch TV, or I can just move where the pressure is, which is nice to be able to do that to take some of those high pressure areas and relieve them a little bit. What I don't want to do is lower my knees anytime the bed is in this position because that could result in my patient sliding out. But the bed is too smart to let that happen. So if I try to press my knee down button, nothing happens. If I try to press my auto contour down button, only the head deck will move. The only way to get out of this position is to use my comfort chair down button. So just the opposite button that we used to get in this position will take us out. Just press and hold and it'll bring the bed back to level, and once it's level, the knee section will release. Some of the other cool features on this bed are the fact that that width and length are built into this bed as far as adjustability goes. So you can make this bed 35 inches by 80 inches long, or you could make it 39 or 42 inches wide by 84 inches long. The adjustments work like this. Really simply, by pushing in, I can make it 35 inches wide, 49 inches wide, or 42 inches wide. The length adjustability is very similar. It's just done at the foot section. I move the panel back 4 inches, and then I could go ahead and move the foot deck itself out 4 inches, making it 84 inches long. While I'm here, I want to show you a couple other really cool features of this bed. It comes standard with a backlit hand pendant, making it really easy to see in low light or in the dark. There are a couple options available on this bed as well. The first being underbed lighting. This takes the place of a nightlight in the room when sometimes you don't have an extra outlet or that nightlight seems to always be in someone's eyes. This shines down, just providing the patient with enough light on the floor so they can see where they're putting their feet. The other option is the USB charger. This is really nice because it prevents our patient from having to find a USB outlet or a plug against the wall. I can just go ahead and plug in my phone or device right here at the side of the bed, and it all plugs and charges through the bed itself. Last but not least, I just want to show you one other safety feature that's built into this bed, and that's the auto transfer height. So as I lower this bed, it will get to a point where it stops. And that's not its lowest height. It'll actually go all the way down to 7 inches. But what a lot of us take for granted is our bed is parked at the same height every morning when we get out. If you have an adjustable height bed, that's not always the case. So this pause does just that for our patients, is it makes sure that our bed is parked at the same height every night. So in the morning when they get up, you know exactly where the floor is going to be because it's not too high for you, it's not too low for you. This height with a 6-inch mattress is going to be the most common height for most people to want to get out of bed, where your knees are just slightly below your hips, making it as easy as possible. This Panacea 3500 bed is a fantastic option to meet the needs of a variety of different types of patients. Last but not least, let's talk about one more bed. And finally, the Panacea 8000 Bariatric bed. This bed has all the features we liked about the 3500, like adjustable width, adjustable length, backlit hand pendant, chair position, all of those great features, but in a little bit heftier frame. And what I mean by that is this bed has some additional length and width adjustability options. So my width would start at 39 inches and actually goes out to 42 or 48 inches wide. I also have an increased weight capacity here of a 800-pound safe working load. The optional upgrade on this bed would be to add heavy-duty end panels, just making them a little bit more durable than the traditional end panel. Thank you for your time today. We appreciate you taking the time to learn about Panacea beds. Please be sure to check the links below to learn more about the specifics on each of the beds we talked about today. And if you have questions, feel free to reach out.